Steve, hard-fought point, deserved point tonight.
I felt so, yeah. I just said to the boys in there for 20 minutes second half, didn't really start. It was a young, energetic team that I felt we bullied quite a few times. Couple of chances in the first half, that goes in Parky's header, different story. But they come out, they started well, we didn't start so well. But give us credit, we're away from home. What's that? Like I say, the amount of games we've had, I've lost count of them, Jim, but we're away from home, we've dug in and got back into it and got a deserved point, in my opinion, in the end.
Good to see us forcing some really quality saves out of their keeper as well.
That's right, you look at the amount of saves he's made. Tony's made a couple, don't get me wrong, so they have put pressure on us. We knew what they were about, how they were going to play. They're quick, energetic. Like I say, some of the their keepers made some great saves, especially for Nathan. Parky's header, he's just got to flick off someone before he's got his head on it. So, all in all, I'm pleased with it. Disappointed we didn't get the 3 points, but the amount of games we've had to catch up, to put us in the position we are, and we've still got 2 games in hand. If people want to talk about the games in hand, they are dwindling down, but we could have been sitting, again I said, 8th, 9th by losing the games that we've won. So Lewis the other week we didn't really deserve much out of. Tonight I thought we did deserve it, plus if maybe a bit more.
And we're just a point behind Dulwich, I think. So
yeah, a point behind Dulwich, but again there's a long way to go. I'll keep saying it, and every manager you hear talk, they all say the same thing. Long way to go. You know, today Parky's come off with an injury at half time. I've got Jack Parter in there injured and Luke Bluden. The 3 of them are almost coming off at half time. Jack managed to get through another 35 minutes. Bluey only managed 10-15 minutes. But they was honest with me, they said we want to give it a go. So I sent them out there. And to be fair, didn't do much wrong. But when their time was up, that was it. Brought wits on. Charlie Webster come in and slotted in at left back, done all right. But we've got to assess them now because we've got another couple of big games coming up against Burgess Hill and against Merstrom. And we're just, like I say, look forward to them games. We've got to look forward to it because we're in a good position in the league. Not we're going to win the league or anything like that, but we're in a good position and we've got to enjoy these times because so many times last year, and I know it's a different situation, but so many times last year I was going home beating myself up. Now I'm beating myself up about what I can do to make it better. Whereas last year we didn't have a lot of choice. And to be in the position we're in, I'm happy, the club's happy, I'm sure the fans are happy. And what you can't do is wish for too much too soon. And I won't do that, the players won't do that, I'm sure the fans won't. And all we'll do is we'll stick together and keep grinding out results as we can and we'll see where we end up.
And another example of a good squad. Lee's come in, started today, and I thought he did brilliantly.
Yeah, Lee done well before he came out the side, but Parky come back in and has added with a couple of the goals. And then, like I say, Rivs on Saturday was looking heavy-legged towards the end, like they all were. But Rivs' age as well, sometimes it does catch up. He's played Saturday, Tuesday all the way through and trained like a teenager, which you try and tell him to stop, but that's just Rivs' DNA. And I say tonight was a decision to bring Lee in, and I thought we done it extremely well, you know, and that's what I've got. I've got players that can come in and they're strong and they don't look out of place.
I think you've got some news for us on transfers.
Yep, I've little Franco, who scored goals for the academy and reserves. I've managed to get him out to Walton and Hersham just for experience. So he'll probably get 10-15 minutes at a time. He won't start full games unless he's absolutely doing brilliant. But he's going there for a month to get experience. And then Brett Millam, who went to East Grinstead, he's had an operation on his nose. He broke his nose last week playing his first game. So he's out. He's had an operation. He's out for another 4 or 5 weeks. And we're assessing when he comes back. But like I say, it's just good that I can push these young kids forward. All right, it knocks a little bit out of the reserve team, but it gives them the experience that if I do need them, they might be able to step in. And like I say, Franco knows that he's not going to get minutes left, right and centre all the time, but it'll be an environment where he can come on from the bench rather than just being a number, you know. And I had a good chat with the manager last night and Franco met me with him and he's keen to go there and do it and get a bit of experience. And like I say, you never know, he might do really well. And if he scored that amount of goals for the reserves this year, he deserves a chance. And not with us at the minute because I don't think he's quite ready, but a league below, and it might make a bit of a man of him because he's only a young kid. But I'm very pleased that that's come through.
And I know you always say the standard, quite rightly, is very different between Ryman Premier and our reserve leagues, Suburban and Ryman Youth and those. But some of those boys are really doing well down there. We're getting some great results in those areas, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. And the other thing, the club and the fans and all that have got to realise what I'm trying to do. You know, I've got a good experienced set of boys there, but some of them are still young lads that are playing with me. And these other young ones maybe will get a chance, but I want to try and ground them first to see if they can actually cope, and then we'll go from there. But like I say, with the boys that I'm trying to get out at the minute, they're the ones that have warranted it so far, been recommended by John Gibbons, trained well with me, and I think they deserve their chance to go and have a little go, and it will only bring them back as better players.
Definitely. Well, thanks for all your efforts tonight. Well done, and we look forward to Saturday.
Cheers, Jim.